What would happen if you were swallowed by a whale? Can you be saved if it eats you? Watch and learn about this video. What is a whale? A whale is a large marine mammal that belongs to the cetacean species, which also includes dolphins and porpoises. Whales are known for their immense size, with the blue whale being the largest animal currently living on our planet. They can grow up to 100 feet long and weigh as much as 200 tons. Whales are characterized by their streamlined bodies for efficient swimming, a horizontal tail fin, and a blowhole on top of their head for breathing. They are warm-blooded and have a layer of fat, known as blubber, under their skin to keep them warm in cold water. There are two primary types of whales, baleen whales and toothed whales. Baleen whales, such as the blue whale and humpback whale, have a series of baleen plates in their mouths which they use to filter small fish and krill from the water. Toothed whales, such as the sperm whale and killer whale orca, have teeth and feed on larger prey like fish and squid. Whales are known for their complex social structures and behaviors. Some species are highly social and live in groups called pods, while others are more solitary. They communicate using a series of clicks, whistles, and songs, which can be heard for miles underwater. Whales play a crucial role in the health of our environment and our understanding of marine life. However, they face numerous threats, including hunting, pollution, and climate change, which have led to several species becoming endangered. Conservation efforts are in place worldwide to protect and preserve these magnificent creatures. What kind of whale is eating you? If you were swallowed by a blue whale, then it's not a big deal. Blue whales are baleen whales. They don't have teeth. When you're swallowed, you'll feel a strong current pushing you deeper into the ocean. Then the water around you is quickly drained. Then a huge tongue will push you down your throat. Because the baleen whale's diet consists mainly of small fish and shrimps. Its throat is particularly narrow, less than 30 centimeters wide. Normally, you'll get stuck right here in the throat. At this time, the whale is actually in more pain than you are. They'll have to spit you out in no time. But if you're swallowed by a sperm whale, it's a bit tricky. First, you're faced with two rows of teeth as sharp as guillotines, each 20 centimeters long. If you're lucky enough to avoid the teeth, you'll slide down the whale's throat. From here, it's all darkness. Its throat is very slimy and has a terrible stench. And then you're swallowed into the digestive tract. It's a place of extreme oxygen deprivation, surrounded by high levels of methane gas. Strong muscles continue to push you into its stomach. Like cattle, whales have 4 stomachs. It's so hot here you can occasionally see some starlight. It's produced by some glowing plankton. Then you'll travel back and forth between the 4 stomachs. Over a long period of time, it's filled with a very high concentration of nitrox. Unless you're wearing a corrosion-resistant wetsuit and carrying an oxygen tank. This place can kill you. When you barely make it through the stomach barrier. Then you're sent into the whale's complex intestines. The peristalsis of the intestines creates enormous pressure, which then crushes you into pieces and expels you from the body. Even if you can survive the corrosive stomach juices, and make it out of the whale in one piece with the oxygen from the tank, you're going to die in the end. Because the whale is now swimming at a depth of several hundred meters below the surface of the sea, where the pressure can instantly crush you into a meat cake. But whales don't like to eat people. But if you meet a careless bean, you'll have to struggle as hard as you can to get him to spit you out as soon as possible. And if you are swallowed by a shark, how do you save yourself? Welcome to the comments section. Before we end this video, what are the several significant threats faced by whales, many of which are human-induced? Here are some of the primary threats to whale populations. 1. Commercial whaling. Despite international bans, some countries still engage in commercial whaling, hunting whales for their meat, oil, and other byproducts. This has led to drastic reductions in some whale populations. 2. Entanglement in fishing gear. Whales can become entangled in commercial fishing gear, leading to injury and often death. This is a particularly significant threat for large whales, which can drag attached gear for long distances, resulting in exhaustion, compromised feeding ability, or severe injury. 3. Ship strikes. As human maritime activities increase, so does the risk of whales being struck by ships. This is a leading cause of death for many whale species. 4. Pollution. Whales are threatened by various forms of pollution. Chemical pollutants can accumulate in their bodies and affect their health. Noise pollution from ships and underwater construction can interfere with their communication and navigation. Plastic pollution poses a risk of ingestion and entanglement. 5. Climate change. Changes in sea temperature, salinity, and food availability due to climate change can impact whale populations. Warming oceans may also lead to the loss of polar habitats for certain species. 6. Habitat degradation. Coastal development, offshore drilling, and other human activities can degrade or destroy whale habitats, affecting their feeding and breeding grounds. 7. Marine debris. Whales can ingest marine debris, like plastic, which can lead to internal injuries, starvation, and death. Each of these threats can have significant impacts on whale populations, and in many cases, they are exacerbated by the slow reproduction rates of these animals. Conservation efforts are ongoing to mitigate these threats and protect whale populations.